So it is currently January 6th of 2025, and today I normally, it's almost 3:30. I normally run in the nights or mornings, but I got a meeting today at 6, so got to get this run in before then. Today we're gonna do a quick, easy 6 miles, 5 or 6 miles, probably somewhere around a 9-minute pace. Just keep the legs moving. We're less than 2 weeks out from the Louisiana Marathon, 13 days to be exact, and excited to see how this goes. It'll be 1 year since I ran my first marathon, which was at the Louisiana Marathon, and the goal is to run anything better than that. I think I ran a 4:30 or 4:35, and big goal would be 3:45, but anything under 4:30 is the plan. Half a mile in, 9:05 pace. Getting used to the temperature. Heart rate 159, a little higher than I would prefer, but we're doing good. Mile 1, 8:51. Mile 2 was 8:41. A little fast, but that's okay, it's cold. Mile 3, 8:54. Over 3.5 miles in, starting to get a little warm. Long sleeve sucks. Mile 4 was almost perfect, 8:59. Almost 4.5 miles in, a little more than a half mile to go. A little further. I'm about to turn around. Mile 5. Let's see how we did. We did 5 miles, average pace 8:49, 44 minutes and 15 seconds. That's pretty close to what I was shooting for. Overall, pretty good. Pretty good run, pretty good effort. And we'll see how I feel after this week. This is the last week I'm going to do of regular training. And then the week leading up to the marathon, I'll just do a couple miles every day and maintain. And hopefully we'll be in great shape for the marathon. It is currently January 11th. We are 8 days out from the Louisiana Marathon. It's Saturday, and I'm currently in the middle, a little out of breath, of my long run. The goal today is 16 or 15 miles. Currently 5.5 miles in, 51 minutes. And I'll sure we'll catch you up on what kind of training I've been doing this past week since the last time we filmed. But I'll hop back down here and give an update when I'm closer to finishing today's run. We just finished today's run, and we ended up doing 15.23 miles, 2 hours and 28 minutes, a 9:43 average pace, and it's pretty much what I was looking for. My heart rate was a little high in the beginning, but as it got colder and I kind of settled into the run, we actually hit a good bit of elevation for around here. We ended up 538 feet of elevation gain, and that's pretty good for around here. It was a lot more hillier than I remembered, but that's good. The more hills, the better prepared I'll be for the Louisiana Marathon. But yeah, so a little over 15 miles, 9:40 something pace, 2 hours and 28 minutes. It's January 14th, and just wrapped up some speed work. Very small amount. Don't want to overdo it, but so I did 400s, and I did them in intervals. So I did a 1 mile warm up at 9:30 pace, 400 at a 5-minute pace, rotating between resting pace. So I did 400 at 5-minute pace, and then go into a 400 at a 9:30 pace, and then 400 at a 6-minute pace, and just back and forth until I got 2 miles of those 400s, and then 1 mile cool down at 9:30 pace. The legs felt a little tight in the beginning, but they're loosening up, and just want to take it easy and didn't want to overdo it. But I wanted to get that last speed workout in before I try running the 5K and getting a good time.
Going into the year 2024, you started by running your first marathon, and we're just over a year since then. How have you seen yourself grow as a runner?
I think I've seen myself grow as a runner because I've gained more knowledge about running and just how it affects your body, what to like how to handle coming off of longer runs, and just overall I've learned a lot more about running, which has helped me moving past that first marathon.
What do you think the biggest challenge you faced between your first marathon in 2024 and this last marathon in 2025?
I think the biggest challenge was not having a training plan. Like, I was still very new to running. I had only started running 3 months prior to running my first marathon. So I had a training plan leading up to that marathon. But after I had finished that running season out and we moved into the summer months, I didn't have a training plan to follow. And it was just me out there not knowing what I was doing. So I think that was the hardest part, is not having a plan. And with not having a plan, I wasn't consistent. So I had weeks where, like, I had 3-week stretches where I was running 50 miles a week, and then I would go into stretches to where there were a couple times where I went 2 weeks without even running. So I think that was the biggest challenge, is not being consistent with running and not having a plan.
Leading up to the 2025 marathon, what's one thing you were looking forward to doing differently this time around?
I think the biggest thing I was looking forward to is just having a better time. Finishing the marathon, the 2025 marathon, with a better overall time, and just doing it with more ease and it not being a struggle.
Now, I know you've talked about wanting to inspire others to run and be healthier versions of themselves. You've used the phrase joy in movement. What does that phrase mean to you?
I started saying joy in movement to others when I was talking about running, because I think when you get out and you start moving around, you're being active, you're outside, I think there's a joy that comes from that. Being in God's creation, and just, I think you start to enjoy life a little bit more, and especially in those moments. I like being at races and seeing people who are working hard, their heart's pounding out of their chest, and they want to quit, because it hurts and it's hard. But you can see that there's so much joy in their eyes. They're so happy that they're pushing themselves. They know that on the other side of all that pain is them being one step closer to their goals. They're closer to being healthier. They're closer to being able to do things in life. Fitness is so much more than just getting fit. It enables you to be active in your kid's life when you're older. It lets you, if you want to travel, you're fit enough to travel. It opens up so many more opportunities. And I think that's where, it goes back to that. It brings joy from your life.
We have officially made it to January 19th. It is marathon morning. It is 4:14 and I'm about to try to eat some food and make some G1M Sport to help fuel my day. And it's time to go run 26.2 miles. I'm about to use the blender in the house, and I'm trying not to be loud because there are some people that are not running this morning that are with me. So I brought this blanket and I'm gonna try covering the blender up so it doesn't make as much noise.
Gentlemen, ladies, please remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Folks, we are 30 seconds away from the start of our Ainsley's Angels wave. Folks, let's make some noise. Let's hear it. Let's hear it for our Ainsley's Angels. Ainsley's Angels. Take a mark. Set. Go! Have yourself a great race, Ainsley's Angels. hope you have a great time out there. Have a great race. I know many of you chasing Boston qualifiers. Tips are absolutely perfect for a Boston qualifier.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my.
All right, runners, have yourself a great time out there. Runners, to your marks. Set, go! Have yourself a great day out there. Thank you so much for joining us here in the capital city of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Emma Kate, have a great time on your first half marathon. All of our friends from Lake Colorado, we love you. Follow them, wherever you're shooting for, whether it's a Boston qualifier. Have a great race, Rebecca. Whether you're aiming for a BQ, thank you so much for joining us. We love you. Come on, Andrew! Come on, you got this! Guys!
Yeah, I feel bad.
Sarisha, Sid Paula,
See ya.
James Babin, Antonio Garcia, Taylor Levy, our Fresh Jockey Racing ambassador. Well done, Kurt. Congratulations, buddy.
Come on, Andrew!
Rob Mott, Juan Kiet Win, Daniel Archelian, Raylin Adcock, Heather Remy, Dan Kevlar, Josh from Ring Valley, Missouri, Bill Burke. Having a birthday last week out of Richardson, Texas, on the Flames from Pembroke,
Mr. Moran. He did. She feels the music, she knows.
I think they got a little arm shake. I ran the last 2 miles. Now they pace my 5 minutes.
Simone Domingue, Frank Colafacio, Anthony Lama, and Andrew Blackman. Peter Tapia, Pat Rose, Ryan Allen.
Helicopter, helicopter. Para comer, para comer.
best ways to find joy. Really, just finding joy in movement.